Alright, so in this video we're going to be showing how to create a new patient and how they will onboard in our first iteration of this system here. So we'll simply go to add patient, go ahead and give the patient a name. We'll just make it for myself. You can type in some medical records number, you can give a date of birth, sex at birth, etc. You can begin uploading some documents here if you'd like. Yeah, you can fill in all these things. The only things that are required is first name, last name. Let me go ahead and create the patient. And what that's going to do in this system is it's just going to generate a secure link that patient is going to be able to use in order to register. Now in the future, we can expand this capability to automatically email the patient or generate a QR code or something like that. But for now, we just have a link. So just to show a little bit of what that looks like, we'll go ahead and copy that link. I'm going to go ahead and sign out of this account just because we're going to have to be back here. We'll go ahead and paste that link in. And what that's going to do is that's going to take us directly to the patient registration portion of our authentication client. We're going to go ahead and see that some of these information is already filled out based on what was filled out in the portal. We can go ahead and enter in some information about ourselves and continue. We can go ahead and accept the legal conditions. And that's going to complete our sign up here. We'll see that a verification email was sent to my email. So we're going to go ahead and go to that email. We're going to see verify patient account. Go ahead and click verify email and set password. We're just going to go ahead and set a password. Go ahead and set that. And now we're going to come to our patient onboarding here. It's going to say, welcome, let's get ready for your visit. And this is actually the portion that we're going to be able to white label in the future. So you can imagine that a client would have their logo here, their logo also up here, and also the color scheme itself would be matched to a particular client. Go ahead and begin the form here. Go, enter our first name, last name, phone number, email. Continue. Here is where we're going to upload our identity. We're still working on implementing OCR, but this is just for a demonstration purpose here. You would go ahead and upload your documents. You would go ahead and upload your insurance documents as well. Any medications that you're taking, maybe you don't take any medications. You can also enter in any supplements you might be taking. You can begin to upload some medical records here, which is going to actually be extracted into our knowledge graph. If it's uploaded here. You can start writing in recent visits with providers. For example, let's say a couple days ago I went and saw my primary care doctor, annual checkup, right? I can go ahead and write that in, save. Maybe I saw my dentist yesterday, right? Just for a brief cleaning. And you can go ahead and do whatever you want here. And then we're going to get to our chatbot onboarding here. So we're going to have a little bit more interactive chat. So here we can see our conditions. So let's say I have hypertension, I had a MI in the past, and I also have a heart valve disease. I'm going to confirm that. Have I had any surgeries in the past? I'm going to say I had a coronary stenting in 2015. And enter. Any recent hospital stays, we'll say no. All right, and our chatbot's going to go ahead and figure out some more questions to ask. Let's continue on. What's your current tobacco use status? We'll say former smoker. How would you describe your alcohol consumption frequency? We'll say monthly. Right, do you use any substances? No. And we'll start to get some of those SDOH questions coming here. What's your current stability? We'll say stable. How would you describe your food security lately? You can also type in for these as well. So I can say, I have stable food, right? I have a car, right? You can go back to these as well, no issues. What's your current status, right? Do you have any care? None. How would you describe this? I'll say, have people I can count on. No difficulty. Right, and we're just going to go ahead and list any allergies. I'll say allergic to shrimp. Now we'll get some family history. Let's say heart attack. My grandparent had heart attack. High cholesterol, we'll say my mom. Congenital heart defects, no one. Next. Let's say, breast cancer, grandparents. Colon cancer, we'll say father and mother. Confirm. Right, no information for this section, maybe. I'm not aware of any genetic factors, right? We see hypertension on the history, but no blood pressure medication. So we see this smart identification here. We'll just go ahead and say, no, just lifestyle factors only we're trying to manage that with. And then finally, some questions about insurance. We'll say no dependents. What's your annual spend, healthcare? You can say probably about 1,000. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your current health stability? Go ahead and say like an 8. Do you have emergency funds? Sure. And then we'll go ahead and finalize. Read some more consents, fill those out, right? And we can go ahead and read those as well if we want to. Sign those, finalize. And we're just going to come into this patient portal, which is not really done yet. But yeah, here essentially we are going to have some stuff for the patient to upload documents, to see some health summary, recent activity, as well as just being able to view their documents, have their AI advocate. But this is all just a placeholder for now. And so now let's see if we go ahead and log back into our provider account here. We'll be able to see that patient here with Spencer Wozniak again, right? And we can actually see that we actually generated a document for that particular input that we had, right? So we're getting some claims from that input graph, right? For example, former smoker, and we can go ahead and see here actually all of the fields that got brought in, right? So we have family history here, a bunch of SDOH factors. And so that's the current state of our patient portal. You're able to onboard a patient, fill out that intake form, get it into our graph, and we can see that we have a PKG being generated here for that patient.